Bravo, bravo indeed. Oh no, please, don't stop on my account. I was rather enjoying myself. Your voice, it's like nothing I have heard in centuries. As soft and as deep as the enriching twilight. Forgive you for what, darling? Didn't I just say I was enjoying myself? What could you have possibly done to offend me? What fool could mistake your voice for just noise? Clearly they have no taste. Besides, even if the rules do say that slaves should be silent, am I not the princess? The Lady of the Abyss herself? The infernal mountains would crumble if I told them to. So if I say, you may sing, then you shall. In fact, I say, it would be a crime for anyone to silence you. I haven't seen you around before. Surely I would have recalled such a pretty individual like yourself. When did you... Ah, wait, that's right. As father said that we would be getting a new shipment. You should be one of them. Who are you, my dear? What's your name? Such a timid little thing. Look at you, trembling like a flame in the wind. And don't be afraid, darling. I don't intend to harm you. You've done nothing to warrant such a punishment, let alone one as harsh as my hellfire. Or do you think I go around incinerating my slaves, just for the fun of it? Of course not. It would be awfully inconvenient to have to keep restocking my staff so frequently. Well, it is good to see you know your place. I can hardly hear you when you're kneeling down like that. Your head is bent so far, it's practically touching the ground. Stand up. That's right, my dear little songbird. On your feet. Your infernal princess demands it. That's better. Now all that's left is to grab that chin of yours and tilt it up to meet my gaze. By Beelzebub's wings, a face as exquisite as your voice? Are you a siren, then? At least partially one, I would imagine. I would imagine, indeed. Given your talents. Human, really. Intriguing. Where did you come from, my dear? How did you come to be here in my palace? I see. So you were stolen from the mortal realm during a raid. The slavers brought you here to Soren. And, well, they sold you to the palace. What do you do here exactly? But if you usually work in the kitchens, what are you doing out here on the terrace? Of course. Hence the scrub brush and the bucket of soapy water. This isn't one of your regular chores, I take it. In that case, I'm quite fortunate that I chose this time to take a break. Oh, long enough. 3 or 4 songs, perhaps. Look at those cheeks, glowing like burning coals. They're even warm to the touch. Just when I thought you couldn't get even more radiant. You're making it harder and harder for me to keep my composure, darling. I heard that little gasp of yours. What's the matter, darling? Does my touch burn you? I've been told it's like a brush with an open flame. Or is it perhaps the feel of my obsidian claws, as sharp as a razor's edge? Don't be afraid, darling. True, they could easily slice through anything, be it metal, rock, or bone. But as I've said, you have nothing to fear from me. Or if it's none of that, then perhaps it's just the honor of, I don't know, the princess of the abyss herself, right here before you. Right here caressing your face. Is that it? Well, I suppose that depends. What is it you wish to ask of me? My favorite of your songs. You'd really choose me to ask between them? Well, I quite enjoyed the ballad of the Dryad and her lover, the water nymph. If only he had lived. Fate is quite the unforgiving harlot. But at least the Dryad was granted the mercy of staying beside him for all eternity, becoming a tree on the bank of his pond. If I remember correctly, it was called a weeping willow. Is that right? Yes, beautiful indeed. Your immortal stories are quite different than ours. Our abyssal tales are largely about conquest, subjugating the weak, battles of prowess. You know the like. It's refreshing to hear a tale that's not about war. However, to answer your question, I think my favorite of yours would be the one about the maiden and the owlbear. The way she took pity on that poor creature, setting her own fear aside in order to pluck the thorn from their paw. I admit, it was somewhat cliché that the creature ended up being a prince in disguise. But you see, even a demon like myself can appreciate a happy ending. Her kindness reminds me a bit about you. You're humble, my dear. On top of everything else, you are humble. A voice more alluring than a siren, a beauty to rival Lilith herself, and a tenderness that withstood the cruelest blows of fate. And yet, you slave away in the kitchens. Well, now, that won't do. Will it now, Oh, no, my little bird. Put that brush down. You won't be scrubbing anything else today. Or ever again, in fact. You, take my little bird to the east wing. Give them a room of their own, some new clothes, and full access to the baths. They are to have all of the luxuries, the privileges of the harem. Yes, all of what I allow the harem afford to this darling songbird here. And if anyone dares to argue, let them be flogged. And that's right, my dear. You are no longer a mere kitchen slave. As of now, you are part of my harem. Never again will these beautiful hands of yours be split and chapped from hours of toil, of hardships. Instead, you will spend your days reclining on silken couches. You'll be given fresh food, warm baths, privates, gardens, to walk in to sing to your heart's content, without fear, without trepidation. Your only task is one thing. It will be to serve me. However I deem fit. Oh yes, rest assured, I will definitely have you sing for me. However, your voice is hardly the only alluring thing about you, darling. Your singing is beautiful, but so is the rest of you. If you continue to please me, you may even receive the ultimate honor. Yes, that's right. Imagine it, darling. A mere human, a former kitchen slave, getting to share. Oh, I think you know what I'm going to say. Getting to share my bed. Getting to share the bed with this princess. Oh, there's that humility again. Please don't think yourself unworthy, my dear. Don't think yourself unworthy of it. My word is law after all. And I say you are as worthy as even the highest nobles of Soren. What? Oh, my darling, still with that endearing shyness. Come now, you wouldn't seriously think going back to the kitchens, not when I have offered the world. Not when I've offered it all in an instant. You must simply be overwhelmed with your good fortune. Yes, that must be it. Well, I assure you, it's not some sort of cruel trick. No. I'm not fooling you at all. It's real. You truly get to be mine. Now run along. Get yourself washed up. Make sure you keep yourself presentable for me. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to restrain myself. Until we meet again. Until we meet again, my darling songbird.